repeat. LLP Act. LLP is a hybrid form of organization between whom and whom? Company and partnership firm. What are the essentials of an LLP? We will see all the features of company, all the features of partnership. See just their feature and tell the equivalent feature of LLP. First, LLP can have may or may not have a common seal. Next one, it has capacity to sue and to be sued. Next, it has limited liability of the partners. Next, it is an artificial person. It is a separate legal entity. Then management. Decisions in an LLP are taken by all the partners, but there are special partners called as designated partners who are responsible for legal compliance, and every LLP should have at least 2 designated partners. Then next, LLP can have separate property. Next, Next one is incorporated. It will have to be incorporated following the procedure under LLP Act, and it has got perpetual succession. Number of partners, minimum number is 2 and maximum is no limit. Then LLP agreement is required to be filed with ROC within 30 days after the LLP is incorporated. LLP can be formed only and only for the purpose of business and making profits, not for the purpose of charity. And last one, LLP, the partner in case of LLP is not an agent of other partner, but he is an agent of LLP. So for his acts, who will be binding? LLP will be binding. The firm is binding, but the other partners are not binding. Correct? Then we have various definitions as well. So as per LLP Act, body corporate means includes, does not include. So first is, it means a company which is incorporated under Companies Act. It includes LLP registered under this act, LLP incorporated outside India, and a company incorporated outside India. But it does not include a corporation sole, a cooperative society, and any other body corporate as specified by CG. Business means every trade, profession, service or occupation. Designated partners are designated. Financial year means that year which is beginning on the 1st of April and ending on 31st of March of the following year. But if an LLP is incorporated after 30th of September, then the year ending will be 31st of March of the year next following that year. So, जो March आ रहा है, not that March, the next March will be the year ending, correct? For an LLP, this small LLP means satisfying 2 conditions. Firstly is contribution, next is turnover. Contribution not exceeding 25 lakhs, turnover not exceeding 40 lakh rupees, or which meets any other criteria as may be prescribed. In an LLP, who can be partners? Any individual or a body corporate. Minimum number of partners are 2, maximum is no limit, and out of this at least 2 are designated partners. Can HUF be a partner? No. Can Karta be a partner? Can partnership firm be a partner? No. Can a cooperative society be a partner? Can a cooperative society be a partner? No, because it is not a body corporate. Can a corporation sole be a partner? Also no. Where a partner is an individual, these 3 disqualifications are attracted. In case he wants to be a partner, he cannot be if he is one of these, and that is if he is of an unsound mind, or if he is an undischarged insolvent, or he has applied for insolvency and his application is pending. Designated partner is that who is responsible for legal compliance of that LLP. Every LLP should have at least 2 designated partners who are compulsorily only individuals. Out of them, at least 1 has to be resident in India. Resident in India means being in India for a period of at least 120 days in the preceding financial year. All the partners are body corporates. Can an LLP be incorporated like this? No. Such an LLP will have 2 options. Either to take 2 individuals who as 2 more individuals, and they will then act as designated partners. Otherwise, appoint two individuals who will be the nominees, and they will then be treated as the designated partner. This DP compulsorily we have to take his prior consent. He has to have a DIN as well as a DSC, and this consent is also to be filed with ROC within 30 days of his appointment. ठीक है? Incorporation of an LLP, the procedure to be followed. Firstly, every DP should get a DIN and DSC. Then the LLP should reserve its name. And in what application? Is run application by filing E-Form 1. And this name that is reserved will be valid for 3 months. After that, to ROC, these two are to be submitted. One is incorporation document along with a statement. Incorporation document in the form E-Form 2, correct? Part A part hai, and then statement is in part B. Incorporation document will have these 4 details. They are LLP related, then partner related, then DP related, and any other prescribed details. LLP related 3 things. First is the name, the proposed business, and the registered office. Partner and DP related name and address, and any other prescribed details. This incorporation document should have at least 2 partners who are the subscribers. Should have at least 2 subscribers who are actually treated as the partners. Statement will be made by advocate or CA or CS or CWA and at least 1 subscriber. This statement states that all the requirements of LLP Act and rules have been complied with. If this statement turns out to be a false statement, then these people will be imprisoned for a period of up to 2 years and punished with a fine of minimum 10,000, maximum 5 lakhs. Once we have these documents, submit this to ROC. ROC will grant a certificate of incorporation within 14 days, and after that, within 30 days, file LLP agreement with ROC. LLP agreement is in the form E-Form 3. Every LLP should have the words LLP in its name, either full form or the acronym. In the opinion of CG, the name should not be undesirable. It should not even be identical to or too nearly resembling the name of any partnership firm or LLP or any body corporate or even a registered trademark. If the name is identical either to a name of an LLP or to company or registered trademark, then either that LLP or company or proprietor of the trademark can make an application to CG within 3 years. 3 years of incorporation of new LLP or change of name of the existing LLP, and then CG will give an order to the LLP. LLP has to change the name within 3 months. Once this is done, LLP within 15 days has to file with the registrar. These 2 things, they are notice of the change of name and order of the CG. ROC will then grant a new COI, and then LLP has to file the new LLP agreement within 30 days. In case LLP makes a default, CG can allot a new name to this LLP, and that does not mean that LLP cannot change the name later. So which means that LLP can still change its name later, correct? With respect to registered office, एक second, ये क्या है? This is done. Characteristics are done. Advantages of LLP, so it is easy to form, easy to dissolve, it is flexible. Other than that, every class step, whatever is beneficial point, you can write it. ठीक है? Incorporation, all of this is done. Incorporation by registration. First, see the effect of registration. So, effect of registration are these 4. First is capacity to sue and to be sued. Next is may or may not have common seal. Next, it can have separate property, and it can does or suffer any act and things as are done by any other body corporate, which is a separate legal entity, correct? Registered office related, should LLP have a registered office? Yes, because what is the purpose of registered office? All the communication and notices are addressed and sent over there. किसको किसको भेजने के लिए they are sent over there? Either the LLP itself or any of the partners. Can partners specify any other address as well? Yes, and this LLP will declare a specific address where to whom if you want to communicate anything to the partner, it should be communicated there as well. So see, any partner can specify any other address, correct? And any information that you want to send to any partner, you can send it either to the you can send it to the registered office and to such other specifically declared address. Can LLP change its registered office? Yes, and any of the contraventions if done, LLP and partner, their fine will be 500 per day, up to maximum fine of 50,000 rupees. Name of the LLP, we just did. Reservation of name also did. Change of LLP. And distinctions between LLP and this. Thode new points that we saw is different act that regulates both of them. Then the name will have the words LLP, nothing for partnership firm, limited or private limited for a company, correct? Certain annual filings are required for LLP, which are not required for partnership firm. They are required for company as well. So this is not a difference for company and LLP. Minor, can he be a partner in LLP? No. Can he be a partner in partnership firm? Yes. 3 conditions. They are consent of all the partners, existing firm, and only for the benefits. Correct? Remember designated partner, remember minimum, maximum, remember act, name, and then few other things. Okay? Done? Negotiable Instruments Act. What do you mean by an instrument? Instrument is that document which has got a legal validity. How do you give a legal validity to a document? By stamping. So negotiable instrument is that instrument which gives 2 rights to the holder. What are the 2 rights? First is right to receive the amount specified in the instrument, and second, right to transfer this instrument. Who is a holder? Holder is the person who has these 2 rights. They are right to possess the instrument in his own name, and second, right to receive the amount specified in that instrument, correct? Wherever the seller sells the goods to the buyer, if he makes the cash payment, no bad debt is involved. But if the buyer does not make the payment, there is a risk of bad debt involved. So seller tells the buyer to write something and give, so that the seller can recover the money later, correct? So where the buyer himself writes an instrument and gives, he himself promises to pay the money. So this instrument is called as a promissory note. But if the buyer tells the seller, "Tu kuch to bhi likh ke de de and I will sign this instrument," it will be a bill of exchange, because it is an order where the seller tells to make the payment to him or to his order, correct? So 3 parties in every negotiable instrument are first and foremost the drawer. Drawer is also called as the maker. Maker is the person who actually makes the instrument. Is every instrument signed by the maker also? Yes. Promissory note, bill and check, are all 3 instruments signed by the maker? Yes, compulsory, hai na? And next party is the drawee. Drawee is the person who has got an obligation to pay, and third party is a payee. Payee is the person who has a right to receive. Can drawer and drawee be the same? Yes. In which case? Promissory note. Can drawer and payee be the same? Yes. Which case? Any case. Bill of exchange. Sorry, no. Only bill of exchange, correct? And can the... Correct, bill of exchange. Can the drawee and payee be the same? No, because obligation to pay and right to receive cannot be with the same person. And if it so happens, then the instrument is discharged, okay? We have only 3 types of instruments which are called as negotiable instruments as per this act. And what are they? Promissory note, bill of exchange, and a check. A check includes a DD, demand draft, and another instrument is a hundi, where there is no local law, correct? Who is the holder in due course? That person who satisfies all these 3 conditions. First is, he has acquired the instrument before maturity. Second, he has acquired it in good faith. And third, he has acquired it for a valuable consideration. Law presumes every holder to be an HDC, and law says that every HDC will always get a good title. Normally, holder's title will be the same as his transferor's title, but HDC's title will be always a good title. So any person acquiring the instrument from HDC also will get a good title only. So instrument, once it passes through the hands of HDC, it is cleansed from all defects. Correct? Now to an HDC, do you have to make the payment? Yes. If not the drawee, can any prior party make the payment? Yes. But you have to make the payment to him because he has become or he has taken the instrument because of consideration. Correct? So law says no excuses can be made to an HDC. Excuses is a normal word, but can any party say that I just, for time pass drew this instrument, or I had given this as a security, I don't know how you got it, or any other excuse? Can this be made to an HDC? No. He has to receive the payment. Correct? Now the first type of instrument, the characteristics of negotiable instrument, it is always in writing. It should be signed by the maker. Next, it is freely transferable. How many times can you transfer it? Any number of times. Holder is presumed to be an HDC, so his title is always free from defects. It is a good title, correct? Then it can be either a promissory note or a bill of order, that is a bill of exchange, and payment should be done in how? Money only. This money that is there has to be certain and the instrument has to be delivered. Correct? Promissory note, see the definition. It is an instrument in writing signed by the maker containing an unconditional undertaking to pay a certain sum of money only to the order of a certain person or bearer of the instrument. Whenever you have to write any essential, first and foremost is that it has to be in writing. Then you can also talk about the parties and then go to every point. Okay. So it is signed by the maker. In promissory note, maker is the debtor himself. Correct. Next one, it should contain an undertaking. Undertaking means a promise to pay, an acknowledgement of the debt. Is it an undertaking? No. And this promise that is there also should be unconditional, means it is without any conditions. But there is one exception, that is death. Correct? Next one, it should contain to pay a certain sum of money only. Can you pay any goods in promissory note? No. Money plus goods, is it allowed? Also no. It should be only and only money. This money also has to be certain, but there are two exceptions. First is interest rate, if the rate and date is specified, and second is foreign exchange. Correct. And last one, it is payable to whom? Either to any person or to his order or even to the bearer of that instrument. Though definition allows us to make a bearer instrument, can we actually make a bearer instrument? No, because it's a currency note. RBI and CG have reserved this right. Correct? But can, so basically at the time of making an instrument, we will always have to make an order instrument. Can we convert order to bearer? Yes. How? By endorsement in blank. Correct. Other than this, is there any other essential? Stamping. Stamping also is required. Correct. Next one is a bill of exchange. Definition, a bill is an instrument in writing signed by the maker containing an unconditional order directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to the order of the certain person or to the bearer of that instrument. So all the essentials are same except that this is an order. Because it is an order and somebody else is making, somebody else will be paying, it should be sent to the other person for acceptance. Correct? Baki everything is the same. Right? Okay. Then differences. देख लो एक बार. First is definition. Next is promissory note is promise to pay. Bill of exchange is an order. Parties and parties. Acceptance. Promissory note requires or doesn't require acceptance? Does not require acceptance, whereas bill requires acceptance. Promissory note cannot be made payable to a bearer. A bill of exchange can be made payable to bearer, but it cannot be made payable to bearer on demand. So can you actually make a time instrument which is a bearer bill of exchange? Can you do that? Yes, you can. Payable to bearer on demand, not allowed. Means payable to bearer on time. Is that allowed? Yes, that will be allowed. Okay. What do you mean by a check? A check is a Bill of exchange, which is drawn on a specified banker, which is not expressed to be payable otherwise than on demand, and it includes electronic image of a truncated check and check in an electronic form. A check is always a bill of exchange only. Where student has given a check to RCA, drawer is the student, RCA will be the payee, and who is the drawee then? The bank. Student's bank is the drawee, correct? How should student spend the money? Can bank decide that? No. That's why can student give an order to the bank to pay money? Yes, that's why it is a bill of exchange, correct? But over here, check is always and always payable on demand only. Whether it is a drawee is always a banker only, correct? And a check also includes these two things. First is electronic image of a truncated check. This is during the clearing cycle of a bank, where the banker scans the check and stops the physical check by writing truncated on that. And now what is he going to send to the paying banker? Is this a soft copy, correct? And in case of a physical check, if you have a check in electronic form, we will call that as a check in an electronic form, correct? All the essentials of bill also will apply to a check. But can you tell me some differences? Drawee is always a banker, correct? Next is stamping is not required, and one more, acceptance also is not required, correct? Another difference can be section 138 is attracted where a check is dishonored, but in case of bill being dishonored, this section is not attracted, correct? है ना? What else do we have? एक बार quickly go through the differences. A bill, can it be a time instrument also? Yes, but a check is always a demand instrument. So if a bill is a time instrument, then 3 days grace are allowed. In case of a check, no grace days are allowed. Hai na? Other than that, that's it. Types of instruments based on these 3 headings. First and foremost, based on certainty of the payee, where payee is certain, it is an order instrument. Where payee is not certain, it is a bearer instrument. Where last endorsement is endorsement in blank, it is bearer instrument. Where it is endorsement in full, it is an order instrument. Can you convert order to bearer? Yes. How? By endorsement in blank. Can you convert bearer to order? Yes, by endorsement in full. If it is a bearer instrument, how do you negotiate it? Only by delivery. And if it is an order instrument, endorsement and delivery, correct? Next classification is based on time of payment. You cannot only say time. Time of making alag hai, time of payment alag hai. So based on time of payment, where it is specified, it is a time instrument. Where it is not specified, it is demand instrument. For a time instrument, 3 days grace are allowed, correct? So where instrument is payable on a specified day or after specified period, after sight, period after sight, or period after death. These are all time instruments, and any other will be a demand instrument. So at sight, on presentment, on demand, or where nothing is mentioned, all of this will be demand instrument, correct? Based on location, we have 2 instruments, inland and foreign instrument. How many types are inland instruments? 2 types, and each of them should satisfy 2 conditions. First condition is that it is drawn in India and payable in India, or drawn in India and on a person who is resident in India. If it is not an inland instrument, it is a foreign instrument, correct? And what is the liability of the maker? Where he made the instrument, respective liabilities except whatever is made payable. Like inchoate instrument means that which satisfies 4 conditions. First is a person signs a paper. This paper is stamped. It is either wholly or partially blank, and it is delivered to another person. So where it is delivered to another person means what? The other person has a right to complete that instrument. If the other person is a holder, how much can he fill? What can he fill? Only how much can he recover? Only that for which he has got an authority. But if this instrument reaches the HDC, he can recover any amount provided it is covered by the stamp. Correct? Think of like this. I have a bill of exchange. I intend to give 5,000 rupees to my sister, and this instrument, when I give to her, 5,000 is not written on that. I want to gift it to her. So how much money can my sister fill on the instrument? Only 5,000. I go out for shopping. 25,000 ke goods I have purchased. I do not have any money. Can I give this instrument to him? Yes. Can he, shopkeeper, write 25,000 and recover 25,000? Yes, because he is an HDC. Okay, provided it is covered by the stamp that is there on it. Okay. Then delivery, is it important? Yes, it is important. Sorry, uske pehle. Ambiguous instrument means that instrument where you do not understand. So it can be construed either as a promissory note or as a bill of exchange. The holder can treat it either as a promissory note or as a bill of exchange at his option. And once he decides, from then on, the instrument will be treated like that only, as such, whatever he has decided. Correct? Negotiation means what? Transferring the instrument. And when you say you are transferring, what are you actually transferring? Transferring the ownership. Transfer by delivery can be done for a bearer instrument. Endorsement and delivery for an order instrument. Okay. Importance of delivery. So delivery is voluntary. The intention always should be to pass the property. There are two types of delivery, either an actual delivery or constructive delivery. Constructive delivery means where the instrument is given to the agent. So actual delivery means physically handed. Constructive means given to the agent. Correct? And all of this, what has happened? So endorsement and delivery se negotiation hota hai. This fellow does the endorsement, but he dies before delivery. Can his legal representative complete the delivery? No. So that person only who has endorsed it, that person only has to deliver that instrument. Correct? What is this? Parties in immediate relation, that person only, and any other party means person also. Okay. Next one, check dishonored. So very, very important. How many conditions to be satisfied for this section to be attracted? Two conditions. First condition is it should be a lawful or legally enforceable debt, and second is it should be the reason of dishonor. Can be how many? Three reasons. First is insufficiency of funds or closure of account or stop payment. Who gives check to whom? Drawer gives the check to payee. What should the payee do? Deposit the check within 3 months or validity period, whichever is earlier. Correct? And bad news. Kya hai bad news? The check is dishonored. Then payee should inform the drawer within 30 days, and he should make the payment within 15 days. If he doesn't, then payee can file a suit from 16 days within 1 month, and court can give three types of decisions, either up to twice the amount or up to 2 years imprisonment or with both. Correct? एक बार defenses read करो and then we'll revise it. Defenses. Can the drawer make a valid excuse that he swears that he didn't know that he didn't have the amount and the check would be dishonored? No, this is not a valid excuse. Can a drawer be the company? Yes, and if the check is dishonored, who will be held liable? The officer in charge of conduct of the business and the company. But he will not be held liable if he can prove one of these points. What is it? First is that the offense was committed without his knowledge, or he had exercised all the due diligence to prevent the commission of such an offense. If this can be proved, then he will not be liable. Correct? क्या है इसके बाद? Presentment for acceptance. Presentment should be given to whom? To the drawee. Within how much time it seems? Reasonable time. If it is after sight, means at what time and what day? During business hours and on a business day. Drawee can decide whether he wants to accept it or not, or pay or not. And how much time is given to him? 48 hours. This is for acceptance, not for payment. So for how much time for deliberation is given? 48 hours. But this 48 hours will be excluding any public holidays. Do you know what's the difference between national holiday and public holiday? Yes or no? Did you at least know that both are different? Yes. National holiday means only 3 days. That is 15th August, 26th Jan and Bapu's birthday. 2nd October. And public holiday means any holiday in that particular region. Okay. So national holiday is same throughout India. Public holiday can be different for different regions. Correct? Okay. Presentment for payment. Presentment should be done for payment. Hours for presentment during usual hours of business. Any place that is specified on that place and this thing. Date fixed. Specified place and nowhere else means wahi pe. Okay, this one. If a place is specified, then presentment for payment should be done at that specified place. If no place is specified, then place of business. If not, then usual residence. If not, then wherever he can be found. A check should be presented within a reasonable time after delivery. Means within 3 months. Hai na? Presentment of instrument payable on demand. Again, it should be presented within reasonable time. In case it is this presentment for acceptance is to be made. If drawee is available, matlab alive, presentment should be made to him. In case drawee has got an agent, can you make a presentment to him also? Yes, so either drawee or his agent, and in case of his death, it seems, to his legal representative, where he is insolvent, then to his assignee. Excuse, the delay will be excused if the delay is due to circumstances beyond their control. Anyway, now, presentment is unnecessary. In how many cases? 4 cases. The first point has got 4 points. So, firstly, presentment is unnecessary and the instrument will be treated as if it is dishonored. If the drawee, firstly, intentionally prevents the presentment, where it is payable at a place of business and he has closed that place of business. Next one, where it is payable at some other specified place, then neither him nor his agent attends that place. And last is he cannot be found after a due search. For any other party where he has waived his right to receive the instrument. Correct? Next person, any party after maturity, he makes part payment, promises to pay the amount, and he waives the right for this. Presentment is again not necessary. And last person is the drawer, where the drawer could not actually suffer any damage. If in case this instrument is payable at a specified bank, the bank should be diligent. If the bank is negligent, because of which any losses caused to the holder, then who will bear it? Bank only has to compensate. Last rules of compensation, these are applicable only in case of dishonor. Dishonor of which instrument? Any instrument, promissory bill or even a check. And we have 5 points over here. First 2 are for holder, next 2 are for endorser, and last is new instrument. Correct? So holder related different words are, he can recover what all? Amount due and expenses, and if resides at a separate place, then the current rate of exchange. If it is an endorser, same 3 things, that is amount due, dishonor expenses, and current rate of exchange, along with interest at the rate 18% per annum. If any other instrument is made in place of this instrument, it can be made for amount due and also expenses, along with the new instrument accompany the old instrument also. And how is the recovery done for the new instrument? The same rules of compensation apply in the same manner. Correct? And hundi is that instrument which is made in a local language or oriental language. If there is no local language, then what is going to apply? Negotiable Instruments Act will apply. But if there is a local language, the Negotiable Instruments Act will not apply. Done?